Alright, I'm going to try to make a quick video here about the small wheel attachment that I just built for my no-weld grinder sander. Got the idea off of bladeforums.com. I believe the original poster who designed this, his screen name is ALB1K, and his name is Erik. He had a real detailed thread about the one that he built, very similar to this, and explained his process as well as the materials, and there were a lot of detailed pictures as well as a little bit of troubleshooting that he had to go through to kind of optimize his. But this is what I came up with, very similar to his. I just used some different materials to mount the flange bearings, just because this is what I had lying around my shop. I did have to order some half-inch flange bearings. I got some off of eBay for about $17 or $18 shipped. I got a half-inch rod from the local hardware store. I think that was about $4 or $5. And pretty much the rest of it I already had. I had an oscillating spindle sander that these rubber spindles came off of. And I had all the nuts and bolts to put it all together with. I just used a die, a half-inch die, to thread this rod on the end. I think I threaded about 3/4, maybe a little bit more. And then I used a half-inch nut that I drilled out to slide over this rod, and I just tapped a set screw on the face there to lock that onto the shaft to give this spindle something to grab against when the outside nut is tightened. Just to show you the inside real quick, I didn't really have to do much there. I just drilled out a 3/4 inch hole for clearance of this half-inch rod on either side of this 4-inch tubing. Mounted this to an 1.5 inch tube for the toolbar using a couple 3/8 inch bolts. And you may notice that I'm using my tool rest socket to mount this onto my grinder. That's simply because these flange bearings would be in the way if I used the regular contact wheel socket here, because I mounted them on the outside of this 4-inch tubing. I just did that because it was easier than trying to mount them on the inside and go through all that headache. But this definitely works adequately. I cut the rod off as close as I could to the outside of the outermost bearing, and then as you can see, this butts up pretty much right against the inside bearing, just to reduce the length of the rod and reduce potential vibration. There is a little bit of vibration as well as some heat buildup in these bearings. I do need to get a lower viscosity grease pumped into these. Right now they heat up a little bit more than I would like, and they also drag just a little bit more than I would like. Definitely more than the 8-inch contact wheel from Beaumont Metals that I have, as well as really any of the other wheels. I have a tracking wheel from them and some 2-inch wheels down there, and those use some different bearings, but they're definitely a lot smoother. Maybe some low viscosity grease would mitigate that a little bit. Hopefully it would take the heat away as well. But just gonna fire it up, show that working. As you can see, it's tracking pretty well. No issues with grinding. Works real well. And not a whole lot of vibration. As you can see, that's not moving at all. but it is just a little bit louder than the contact wheels, but definitely tolerable. Works well. It was a good cheap alternative. I want to thank Erik for coming up with his design to give me the inspiration to build this. I don't know if I said this already. This is a 3/4 inch spindle. I also have 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch spindles. That came with my Ryobi oscillating spindle sander. And for what I'm going to use this for, I don't anticipate really needing any other sizes. I'm not sure if there are other spindle sizes available or if that's kind of the standard, but that's what I got. That's what I'll use. Really, for now, I'm probably going to use this 3/4 inch one the most. I might even be able to get 1/2 inch if I just took the spindles off altogether. I'm not sure if that would work very well or not, especially because of the drag on this these bearings. But anyway, that's the small wheel attachment. If anyone wants to see the thread that I built this from, you can go to bladeforums.com, or actually how I found it, I googled low-cost small wheel attachment, and that was one of the first results that it brought me to. Real detailed thread, lots of pictures, good discussion about it, some troubleshooting, and things of that nature. So I encourage you to check it out. And this is a real good low-cost alternative for the time being. And I think that's about it. See ya.